Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Eason to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the gun is Eason. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Play action. It's Eason going for it all. And it is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Fine time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to Austin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
First down, Ravens.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time, and I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Throwing is Jackson.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
7-yard line.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Dobbins running out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ben Banagoo drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
48-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
The The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac. Could you trade 6s for 3s? Things are going to work out in your favor.
At the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down now. It's Taylor, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Eason. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Eason. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Khalil Mack. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Eason off the play fake. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
Sam Cook on to punt for the Ravens.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's more on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Play action. It's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. First down. It's Hines. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And 6 at the 45-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Eason. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
29-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Makes the score Colts 13. Ravens 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run with Hines, and he stopped immediately there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Eason. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Dobbins. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Dobbins, the ball carrier. Darius Leonard on the tackle. That's a gain of 4.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Third down.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And they'll get him down as as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brought down at the 20.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson, and he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 59 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Play action. It's Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield, be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And a Raven 1st down.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's got this down to the 35. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jackson now. at the 41. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
51-yard attempt.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tucker's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to let it fly. Incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And took the ball off course. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. He's got Burton here. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run the toss with Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off there at 32.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.